Welcome everyone to the second Get On Board event that the Create Partners are hosting for 2023. We know that you're going to get a lot out of today's program because we have developed it for you. This engagement today is to provide connections and foster relationships with the partner agencies of the Create program as well as the railroads. We have 2 workshop sessions that will acquaint you with the agency processes, how to get certified, how to look out for procurement opportunities, but also we've set up an exhibit hall that you saw as you walked in just to your left. That is where there are booths set up so that we can provide and foster connections between the contractors and those that would be providing professional service opportunities as part of the Create program. This is a wonderful time for our industry that we all know, and thank you again to Congresswoman Ramirez with the federal funds that are now available to advance major projects like we have, like the Create program, where we're not thinking about how do we secure a couple 100,000, we're talking about hundreds of millions, if not billions. The purpose of this program is to improve freight safety and mobility throughout our region, the freight capital of North America. So without further ado, I'd like to just hit on a few housekeeping items before we begin. There are partners, staffs, and volunteers with their name tags on. If you need any assistance throughout the event, please do not hesitate to flag any of them down. They are here to help. And in your folder, there is a mobile evaluation form. We have a QR code. We do ask that you provide feedback. Again, this event is developed for you, so we want to make sure that we're meeting your needs and your purpose and making it as beneficial as we can. I would now like to bring to the podium the president of the Cook County Board, Toni Preckwinkle. Good morning, Madam President.
Good morning. I want to thank CIS and all of you who put this together for your good work. I'm grateful to be here to support the Create program. I want to acknowledge our Create partners as well as the individuals who've supported this program. You'll hear from them shortly, starting with Congresswoman Delia Ramirez, our Commissioner Stan Moore of the 4th District. You just heard from Sis Killen, who's the Superintendent of the Cook County Department of Transportation and Highways, Brandy Phillips, Director of the Illinois Department of Transportation's Office of Business and Workforce Diversity, Tom Carney, Acting Commissioner of the Chicago Department of Transportation, Ian Jeffries, President of the American Association of Railroads. You know, Chicago and Cook County are the freight hub of North America. Most of the railroads in the continent connect here in Cook County. I think 5 out of the 6 of the first-class railroads in this country. And because of our unique role in freight, we also have a one-of-a-kind partnership between government agencies and railroads. Through the multi-billion-dollar Create program, we invest in capital projects here in Cook County that help keep freight moving through the rail network, through the country's rail network. Before we continue talking about the work, I want to recognize the people who make the Create program happen. That's all of you here today. The firms that design the projects, the contractors that lead construction, the trades that get them built. I'm grateful to the contract community for all the work you've done to improve our region's infrastructure. The capital investments we need to make in our transportation infrastructure can't happen without the investment in human capital that supports them. That's why the Create program includes partnerships with local schools to educate students about careers in transportation through field trips, internship opportunities, STEM programs, and classroom visits. That's why we host the Get On Board event, to help support the folks who make our work a reality, the contractor community. Building up minority contractors and women-owned businesses in transportation is a critical part of the Create program, and it's deeply important to me personally. I know that we're all stronger and more prosperous when there is an opportunity for everyone to get ahead, and I've made racial equity central to my administration. The Create program has made significant progress, and I'm proud of Cook County's role in it. A transformational program like this can only happen when business, communities, and transportation agencies work together. And so if I can tell a little story here, John Yonan was Sis's predecessor, and I talked to him about the fact that Cook County was not part of Create, which seemed to me crazy, since railroads not only go through Chicago, but they go through Cook County. And he said from the very beginning, from its inception, Cook County had not been included, And I told them there's a simple way for us to be included, and that's to buy our way in. So that's what we did. We made a $75 million contribution to the flyover, what is it, 75th, 76th Street, the north-south flyover. So here we are. I want to thank and acknowledge John Yonan for his great suggestion about how we become participants. The CREATE partnership will keep good-paying construction jobs and rail jobs in our Chicago area. And finally, it helps keep Cook County in its rightful place as the freight hub of North America. Thank you all. And now I'd like to introduce Congresswoman Delia Ramirez. And Congresswoman Ramirez has to go back to Washington and will be leaving immediately after her remarks. But please welcome her.
She meant it, literally, driving to O'Hare Airport from here so that we can get on that flight at 11. But I could not miss being with you here this morning. And thank you, President Preckwinkle, for the introduction and for all the ways that you continue to lead and demonstrate that where there's a will, there's a way, even if it means you got to buy into it, right? I want to thank everyone for being here today to participate in this major rail industry event for the Chicago Region Environmental and Transportation Efficiency, the CREATE program, and the 75th Street Corridor Improvement Project. As you heard, I am Congresswoman Delia Ramirez, a new member of Congress with 11 whole months under my belt. And for those of you that have been watching Congress, you could imagine that 11 months can feel like 11 years in this moment. But it is important that we are there. As a Chicagoan, even before I joined the United States House of Representatives, I knew that the importance we have and how critical it is for our region and our nation and world to be able to move goods and people effectively and efficiently. And since coming to Congress, and especially now in this very difficult appropriation process that we're in, I'll tell you, I thought the state appropriation process was a little hard on May 31st, but the current appropriation process is probably 10 times harder. I also understand that it is my priority to advocate and bring resources back home that help us invest in the infrastructure of all our communities. We are here to understand that investing in infrastructure is supporting safer, more efficient, and equitable communities. And now, as we keep fighting inflation that affects the prices of our essential groceries or products, it is more critical than ever that we invest in the solutions that alleviate the challenges in our supply chain, like our national rail infrastructure. We know that our national rail network depends on the Chicagoland region. I often tell my colleagues, Illinois is the center. It is truly the hub that connects all of North America. And I'm glad that CREATE program is stepping up to modernize our rail network to better handle our region's freight, road safety, and passenger needs for today and the future. Projects like this one are also critical in shaping and developing our workforce in the region. With CREATE today, we're ensuring that these well-paying jobs benefit our diverse communities, bolstering equity efforts and workforce diversity through their projects. Furthermore, safety and security should always be a top priority of all transportation systems. Do you agree? Do you agree? Yes. I know we haven't had enough coffee, but do you agree? Yes. CREATE's commitment to improving local communities' quality of life, expanding public safety efforts, and ensuring the movement of people and goods is handled in a secure manner is critical. Today, you have an opportunity to connect and learn more about the more than 20 years of CREATE projects and get involved in projects that look to implement safer and more secure rail services. I want to thank all of you for being here today on this momentous event. And I'm honored for the invitation and proud to remain an ally and supporter of the CREATE program, to fight to ensure that more funding at the federal level gets to the state, to the county here, so that we continue to do this work and champion this partnership. I look forward to hearing more of what comes from this great event, and I'm excited about the transformative benefits that the 75th Street Corridor Improvement Project will bring to our region's rail system. So thank you for having me. Learn, network, build, because when we build, we're building together. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Congresswoman Ramirez. And you can hear that enthusiasm. You hear the passion. That is why we are all here. We look up on the screen at the number of partners. It takes a village to make this program work. And it's not just the agencies and the railroads. It is the industry that supports us every day. Those at the local level, those at the county level, those at the state level, and those at the federal level. I would now like to introduce Cook County's Transportation Chair, Commissioner Stanley Moore.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's an honor and a privilege to share the stage with my president, President Prettwinkle, and superintendent. Let's give them a round of applause, please. I'm Cook County Commissioner Stanley Moore, and today I stand before you to emphasize the paramount importance of supporting the CREATE program. It's a remarkable partnership that brings together the United States Department of Transportation, the state of Illinois, Cook County, the city of Chicago, Metra, Amtrak, the Association of American Railroads, a consortium of freight railroads, including BNSF, Beltway Railroad of Chicago, Canadian Pacific, railroads including Canadian National, CSX, Indian Harbor Belt. This partnership is united by a singular goal: to implement a comprehensive grade separation program, the act of separating rail from vehicular traffic. In this context, is nothing short of imperative. The CREATE program is not just a local initiative, it's a national endeavor that carries immense significance. At its core, it is about enhancing rail infrastructure, the lifeblood of our economy. And in this, often hear the phrase, the context of rail transportation embodies that notion. It's the artery that pumps goods and services across our nation's vast expanse, and it does so in a timely and efficient manner. By supporting CREATE, we are essentially fast-tracking this critical lifeline. The benefits of this acceleration ripple through our society. Speeding up rail transportation means quicker delivery of goods and services. It means an efficient supply chain and greater economic growth. It means less congestion on our highways, lower emission from freight trucks, and it's an investment in the future of commerce, one that will benefit us all. But there's another equally compelling aspect to this initiative that I care about, and that's creating grade separations is not just about efficiency. It's also about safeguarding lives. When rail and vehicular traffic intersect at the same level, accidents are unfortunate but a reality. By separating them, we are in essence creating a protective barrier. Emergency responders will have unimpeded access to reach and depart incidents, be it fires, medical emergencies, or accidents. This saves lives, plain and simple. Time can make all the difference in the world during such a crisis, and CREATE will ensure that time is on our side. This initiative is a shining example of what can be achieved when various entities come together with a shared vision. It is a demonstration of public-private collaboration at its best, where the primary beneficiaries are the citizens of our nation. In conclusion, supporting this program, CREATE, is not just a matter of regional importance, it's a matter of national significance. It's about optimizing our transportation infrastructure and fostering economic growth, and most importantly, ensuring the safety and well-being of all of our communities. Let us join hands and support the CREATE program and play a part in shaping a brighter, safer, and more efficient America. Thank you so much. Thank you, sis.
Thank you, Commissioner. You just highlighted the importance of the CREATE program's work to communities, and we really cannot stress that enough. As we think about the importance of grade separations, rail speed improvements that help eliminate or reduce that time that communities need to experience gate down, I want to go back to what I said earlier about this being a village. Today's event is about fostering partnerships, it is about networking, it is about inclusion, it is about about including the local voice in these conversations. When we are bringing $500 million into a community just less than a mile here from us, it is imperative to have that local input and participation in our programs. Today's event, again, is creating that opportunity to network, to get ready for the next job opportunity that is coming up. We have opportunities on both the contracting side and the professional service side. And with that, I am very pleased to bring to the podium to focus more on this goal of the partnership, Illinois Department of Transportation, Office of Business and Workforce Diversity Director, Brandy Phillips.
Thank you, Superintendent Siskellen. President Tony Preckwinkle, Commissioner Stanley Moore, and Congresswoman Ramirez for those remarks. It's always a pleasure to stand in company with each of you. To everyone here today, thank you for being here as we celebrate a huge business-to-business networking event for the Chicago region Environmental and Transportation Efficiency, the CREATE program. The Illinois Department of Transportation is elated to be part of the CREATE program and the 75th Street Corridor Improvement Project. Serving as the director of the Illinois Department of Transportation's Office of Business and Workforce Diversity, we are responsible for overseeing the implementation of directives for business diversity efforts designed to support efficient operations. As you may know, Illinois is distinguished as the transportation hub of the nation and the 6th largest state in the United States. Through the Rebuild Illinois program, the state's multi-year capital improvement plan program, like CREATE, can flourish. This event is a testament to IDOT's commitment to fostering collaboration and opportunity in the business community. CREATE is providing an excellent platform for certified disadvantaged businesses, minority business enterprises, and women business enterprises to connect and learn from each other. Our office is excited to be present and support current and future growing businesses and hopefully becoming a part of the CREATE program. At IDOT, we are committed to building a diverse, equitable workforce that enlivens our regions and invigorates Illinois. Our passion to provide workforce training and development in the communities we serve is a priority. IDOT's Highway Construction Careers Training Program, also called HCCTP, provides training and skill improvement opportunities that assures the increased participation of minority groups, disadvantaged persons, and women in all phases of the highway construction industry. CREATE aims to do just that by creating job opportunities for local residents with support from institutions like Kennedy King College, Dawson Institute, and the Chicago City Colleges as a whole. It is an honor to be here today supporting the CREATE program. This program serves as an example of collaborating towards greater efforts of improving our nation's transportation infrastructure, supporting local communities, and enhancing Illinois' workforce. Thank you again for being here today.
Thank you, Director Phillips. I would now like to bring to the podium Acting Commissioner for the Chicago Department of Transportation, Tom Carney. Welcome, Tom.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Tom Carney, Acting Commissioner of the Chicago Department of Transportation. It's great to be here with you this morning at the CREATE Program's Get On Board Business to Business Networking event. Thanks to all the CREATE program partners for being here today, certainly the distinguished leaders on this stage, but also all of the contractors, design and engineering firms, railroad procurement, and supplier professionals for being here at this event. Today we bring together businesses both large and small to meet and learn about opportunities to help transform our region's rail infrastructure. Simply put, North American rail depends on Chicago. Our region's role as a hub for freight and passenger rail is a competitive advantage, but also a source of challenges like rail congestion and impacts on nearby residents. That's why CDOT is proud to be a partner in the CREATE program, which is focused not only on improving the way goods and people move to and through our region, but also strengthening the communities within the program's footprint. For example, through the 75th Street Corridor Improvement Project, CDOT has completed over 150 community mobility investments, such as improved sidewalks, repaved residential streets, pedestrian safety investments, bus stop enhancements, and tree planting, all in the blocks around the ongoing P3 GS19 Forest Hill Flyover project. I also want to briefly highlight two upcoming CDOT-led CREATE projects that will eliminate railroad grade crossings where roads and rails meet. The Columbus Avenue and Belt Railway Grade Separation Project, just west of Western Avenue, will improve safety and reduce congestion at a critical crossing in Chicago's Ashburn community. We have completed design work this year, and we expect to advertise for construction the bid soon. And I was in a meeting yesterday, I want to emphasize very soon, like this month soon. The Archer Avenue and Belt Railway Grade Separation Project just east of Cicero Avenue is another vital improvement that will enhance safety and reduce train crossing delays experienced by motorists, bus riders, and pedestrians alike in the Archer Heights and Garfield Ridge communities. This project is expected to be ready for construction bids next year. This work, like all CREATE projects, wouldn't be possible without collaboration between local, state, federal, and railroad partners, and the organizations that we contract with to bring these projects to life. CREATE program partners are committed to providing opportunities so that the workforce is reflective of the communities they are in. And a critical part of that work means ensuring that minority and women-owned businesses don't just have a seat at the table, but they are active participants. We truly value the partnerships with the organizations we work with, so we hope you use this opportunity to connect with other organizations, to develop lasting relationships, and learn about upcoming opportunities within the CREATE program. And I just would like to close with, we have several of our CDOT staff here today. If you could raise your hand, who is out there. We have staff both who are program managers involved in CREATE projects, but we also have staff from our Division of Administration that can share more information about contracting and procurement opportunities with the city. So please say hello to that staff here today. They're here to help and get to know you. So again, we appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you again, Sis.
Thank you, Commissioner Carney, and thank you for highlighting the opportunities that are on the immediate horizon. I'd also like to offer thanks to Senator Maddie Hunter's office, who is here with us today. And I'd now like to bring up our final speaker, Ian Jeffries. He has come to us from DC. He leads our American Association of Railroads. So we think of them as the Switzerland of all railroads, really bringing under one umbrella all of the railroads to engage with the public agencies in partnership to complete this wonderful program. Mr. Jeffries.
All right, one more time. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I like the enthusiasm. Good. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today to join you. And as Sis said, while I'm headquartered in D.C., it feels like Chicago is often a second home for me. Again, why is that? It's because rail is so critical to not only this region, but the rail in this region is so critical to the entire functioning of the national rail network. And CREATE is a core piece of that. And it is a privilege to be able to work with the other CREATE partners to deliver for this community. And it's an honor to have all of you involved in the process. Building infrastructure and completing the CREATE projects is more than about keeping goods and people moving through the region. It's about creating jobs and long-term opportunity for folks in Chicago. Railroads, along with city, county, state, and passenger railroads, are committed to improving workforce developments in the project footprint. And thus far, the CREATE program has spent over $1 billion in federal, state, local, and private funding to complete 33 projects. But our work's not done. The program has about $800 million more dollars to spend with recent grant awards and partner funding, and hopefully more on the way. There are significant opportunities beyond CREATE, though, to partner with the railroads. In addition to CREATE, railroads have invested more than $8.6 billion in capital improvements in this region since 1999, or about $400 million each year. The railroad's commitment to providing workforce training through the Chicago City Colleges and IDOT's Highway Construction Careers Training Program enables us to create job opportunities on local projects for those living in the project neighborhoods. The railroads have supported both STEM and STEAM learning in Chicago public schools, and its members have contributed at all levels of education, which expose students to careers in transportation, engineering, construction, and other critical fields. To be clear, railroads are in it for the long haul in Chicago. You get that pun? Yeah. Today's event's just one example of our commitment, and thank you all for being here, and look forward to meeting many of you out there in the auditorium. And again, thank you for your commitment. It's an exciting time for the CREATE program and railroads in Chicago.
Thank you, President Jeffries. I would now like to ask if we could please give our wonderful panel up here a warm welcome, or a round of applause for sharing their thoughts with us. And it's their leadership. It's the innovation in this partnership. It's how we need to continue to evolve and grow together. But without those here, we are not able to do it. So thank you to all of you for your continued commitment and investment in the success of this program. Thank you. We will now begin the workshop session. So for those of you, we are going to stay in this room. You are able to exit and go to the exhibit hall if you need a break or refreshment, but we will get going right away. And as you heard from Director Phillips, really speaking about the importance and inclusion of our DBE firms in this, our very first workshop is going to focus on the success stories of that project to inspire you, to motivate you, and to really highlight the great work that the CREATE program is undertaking. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the remainder of the program.